Observe very carefully here, guys. So in today's class, we are going to study the last type of chemical reactions in our class 10. That is what? Redox reactions. So redox reaction, why I am saying redox reaction means, but while I'm teaching to you last 2 days before, I taught you oxidation and reduction reaction. Is this? Oxidation and reduction, correct? So oxidation and reduction, both if it is taking place in a single reaction, then we used to call it as redox reaction. So that is why, first of all, before going to study discussion of redox reactions, let us first understand the term of what do you mean by oxidation and what do you mean by reduction. And remember, out of all these types of reactions, these reactions is very, very important for board exam, because basically even for any exam, school exam, they will ask you some equation, they will give you, and they will ask you identifying oxidation, identifying reduction, and as well as two more terms I will say, that is oxidizing agent and as well as reducing agent. So let us understand very clearly what do you mean by oxidation and reduction. So a simple definition, if you take the basic definition, it will be like a complicated, very complicated. So a lot of parameters you have to be considered. So first of all, if you understand oxidation, simply if you want to say, oxidation means addition of oxygen. What we can say, guys? Addition of oxygen is called as oxidation. Do you understand? And same way, if you take reduction means just removal of oxygen. What do you mean by oxidation, guys? Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Reduction means removal of oxygen. So other definitions also there that we will discuss. Just for normal level, I am saying. Now, if this both the processes, do you understand? Addition of oxygen plus reduction of oxygen means removal of oxygen. Two processes takes place simultaneously, means at the same reaction, a single reaction, then that reaction we used to call it as, what we used to call that reaction, guys? Redox reactions. Now, first of all, you all know that who has been said this redox reactions means a Nobel Prize winner, Madame Curie. Have you heard the word Madame Curie? Who has been done in radiation, that research? Yes. So Madame Curie said that chemistry is the complete study of redox reactions. So why means always it is addition of oxygen, always, or else it will be reduction. So that is why Madame Curie said that complete chemistry is the study of redox reactions, because where there is an oxidation, definitely there will be a reduction. Wherever oxidation is taking place, definitely reduction also will take place. So that is the reason Madame Curie said that complete chemistry is a form of redox reactions. Now, it is in the form of oxidation, oxygen, addition of oxygen or removal of oxygen. Now, in terms of hydrogen, let us check it. In terms of hydrogen. So now, in terms of hydrogen, if we'll check it, addition of hydrogen is called as, what was to call anybody? Addition of hydrogen. Anyone? Please. Addition of hydrogen.
Reduction.
Very good. Addition of hydrogen is called as reduction. And the same way, removal of hydrogen, what was to call, guys? Removal
Oxidation.
Removal of hydrogen. Yes. Removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. So this is the basic definitions of oxidation and reduction in the terms of oxygen. If we take this oxidation and reduction in the terms of oxygen, we are saying that if we take these two reactions, these two definition in the terms of hydrogen, we are saying. Is it yes or no, guys? Please respond. Yes. So now, if we'll take, let it be, I will explain you with with the help of one example so that they can understand. So let us write first example. If we'll take example number 1, zinc oxide. Zinc oxide formula, tell me. Zinc oxide formula. ZnO. Yes or no? Reacting with the carbon, if we'll start heating, then products, what will come? Can anybody say? What is the products will come? Maitreyan?
Carbon monoxide plus zinc.
Can you answer? Yes, please. Yeah, please. Zinc oxide plus carbon will react. If we'll start heating.
Carbon monoxide plus zinc.
Yes. You are going to get zinc plus carbon monoxide. That is what is going to be happen. Now, Shruti, are you there in meeting, Shruti? Not there? But so many is not there, just inform. Alana, can you understand? So now observe very carefully here. Now, first of all, let us study the zinc oxide to zinc. Now you people tell me, zinc oxide becoming zinc. So it is addition of oxygen or removal of oxygen?
Removal of oxygen.
Removal of oxygen.
Removal of oxygen. So removal of oxygen. Oxygen is going to remove. So removal of oxygen, what we used to call? Removal of oxygen.
Reduction.
Reduction. That is what it is happening. So lot of definitions are there, but here in the form of oxygen we are studying. So oxygen is removed. So that is why it is called as reduction. Now, if you notice from carbon to carbon monoxide, oxygen is added. So oxygen is added means, what do you mean by that, guys? Addition of oxygen. Check it.
Oxidation.
What is to call? Addition of oxygen. Oxidation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is called as oxidation. Can you understand, everyone? So both it's taking place in the, like as Madam Curie said, wherever, as understand, where there is a oxidation, definitely there will be a reduction. So now both are taking place in single reaction. That is why this reaction we used to call it as, which reaction, guys?
Redox reaction.
Clear?
Redox
Both
reaction.
oxidation and reduction will take place in single reaction. That is called as redox reaction. Clear, everybody? Any doubt? Now, observe very carefully here and tell me. So what is reduction here? Let us explain very clearly. What is reduction here? Anybody tell me? Reduction means what?
Removal of oxygen.
Turns into zinc. So here what is happening? Here what is happening?
Oxygen is removed. Oxygen is removed.
NO is lost. Loss in the oxygen.
Oxygen.
Yes or no? So loss in the oxygen atom. That is what it is happening. Oxygen atom. Next, if we'll take oxidation. So what do you mean by oxidation here? Oxidation what? Carbon is going to gain the oxygen. So means in the sense of what? Addition of
oxygen.
Understand? Addition of oxygen with the carbon. So that is why it is called as oxidation. So now, if we'll take it here, ZnO gets reduced. ZnO converts into Zn after heating by losing or gaining the oxygen, by loss the oxygen atom. So same way, the reduced where C gets converted into CO, carbon monoxide, by combining with the oxygen. So that is why it will say that it is undergoes which reaction? Oxidation or reduction reaction? It will undergoes oxidation and as well as reduction reaction. Yes or no, guys? So ZnO will goes into Zn. It is reduction reaction. Carbon dioxide will goes into carbon monoxide. It is which reaction? Oxidation reaction. Clear, everyone?
Oxidation reaction.
Please respond. Now, if you'll notice it, the combination of both oxidation plus reduction, both will take place. Then what is that reaction called as? What is that reaction called as? Redox
Redox
reaction.
Single
Redox reaction.
is taking place. Both oxidation plus reduction, then that is called as redox reactions. Now, so this is the simple definition of oxidation and reduction. Can you understand, everybody? Please respond. Have you understand or not? Mukesh Garde, Kevin Prakash.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you notice it, now we are going to study further other definitions of oxidation and reduction, and as well as two more words, as I said, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Shall we study, guys? Now, let us comes to the what do you mean by oxidation? Observe very carefully. Lot of definitions are there for oxidation. Every definition is needed for us to answer the questions in the exam. Now, first, oxidation. What is the known definitions for you? Can you tell me what is the known definitions for you? Known definitions.
Addition of oxygen.
Addition of oxygen.
Addition of oxygen. Very good. Addition of oxygen. That's all. Is the only definition for you know?
Removal of
Removal of
hydrogen.
hydrogen.
of hydrogen.
Very good. Removal of hydrogen. Next. Third definition. If you don't know correct, I will say increase in positive charge. Increase in positive charge. So increase in positive charge means donating electrons or gaining electrons. Positive charge.
Donating.
Donating electron. Very good one.
Donating.
Donating electron. Increasing in positive charge also we can say what is that? Oxidation only. Same way, increase in positive charge. Then who will negative charge will decrease or increase? Negative charge will decrease. Decrease in negative charge is also we can say what we used to call oxidation only. And last one is called as loss of electrons. That is what we can say increase in positive charge. Loss of electrons we used to call as oxidation. Okay, so these are the 5 definitions of oxidation. So whatever, based upon whatever it is, we have to answer either it is oxidation or reduction. For everything I will teach you the examples, so for that you don't need to bother about it. Now, so either addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen, increasing positive charge, decreasing negative charge, or loss of electrons, all we used to call as oxidation. Now, same way, somebody will supply the oxygen, yes or no, in reactant side. For example, if we'll take in this reaction, in reactant side, observe, who is the source of oxygen, guys? Who is the source of oxygen?
Zinc.
Who is the source of oxygen?
Zinc.
Zinc oxide. Zinc oxide. Do you understand it? Zinc, not aluminum, zinc oxide. So zinc oxide is the source of oxygen. So that is why zinc oxide is called as oxidizing agent. What we used to call? Oxidizing agent. So agent in the sense of, in our local language, what do you mean by agent? A person who's someone who will supply something. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Respond. Same way, here we need to study a term called as oxidizing agent. What is that? Oxidizing agent. So oxidizing agent means the substance which oxidizes other substances and itself gets reduced is called oxidizing agent. So means in the sense of what? It is the supplier of oxygen. Do you understanding? So these substances, they can oxidize other substances by taking electrons, giving oxygen, or by taking hydrogen. So that is what we used to call it as oxidizing agent. So please keep in mind, these substances, they can oxidize by what? These substances, whatever it is present, can oxidize other substances by taking electrons, okay, or giving what? Giving oxygen. They must be donate oxygen, or if they either they need to donate oxygen or they need to take what? By taking the hydrogen. So that is what we used to call as oxidizing agent. Remember, it is the source of oxygen in always reactant side. Kindly keep it in mind. Oxidizing agent is always present in product side or reactant side. It is present in
Reactant side.
reactant side. That is
Reactant
what.
side.
Who is the source of oxygen, or it is going to take the hydrogen, is called as oxidizing agent. It may be not having the oxygen, but still if it is going to take the hydrogen, then that is also called as oxidizing agent only. Do you understand, everybody? While I'm teaching the examples, you can understand. So this is what oxidizing agent. Now, you observe very carefully in this example, carbon does not have hydrogen, but still we used to call it as reducing agent. Why, guys? Can anybody answer my question? Carbon does not have any hydrogen, but still we used to call it as reducing agent. Why, guys? Because either it needs to donate hydrogen or it needs to take what?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Do you understand? It is going to take oxygen. Yes or no? That is why carbon is called as reducing agent. Okay. So now you'll understand once I'll teach the reducing agent also. Now this is what oxidation and oxidizing agent. Now, same way, tell me the definitions for reduction. If you'll understand oxidation, reduction is very, very simple. So can you tell me the reduction definitions, please? First definition.
Removal of oxygen.
Addition of hydrogen. First, addition of hydrogen. Second one,
Removal of oxygen.
removal of oxygen. Very good. Next, third definition. Their positivity increases. Here, what will happen? Increase in negativity.
Negative charge.
Yeah. Increase in negative charge. Next, fourth definition.
Decrease in positive charge.
Decrease in positive charge.
Decrease in positive charge.
Gain of electrons.
Gain of electron.
What is that? Their loss of electrons. Here, what will happen? Here, what will happen?
Gain of electron.
Gain of electrons. That is what we used to call it as reductions. Now, if it is reduction, then somebody should supply the hydrogen or it needs to ready to take oxygen. So that substance, what we used to call it, guys? Reducing agent.
Reducing agent.
So reducing agent. So if you notice it, reducing agent, the substance which will reduces other substances itself to get oxidized is called as reducing agent. So the substances which can reduce other substances and itself get oxidized is called reducing agent. Now you tell me what is happening here. Here what is happening? By taking electrons, here what will happen, guys? Here what will happen, reducing agent means by giving electrons. Do you understand? So these substances can reduce other substances by giving electrons taking oxygen or by giving hydrogen. Any one thing should happen. All the things no need to take place. Now, in this manner, you tell me the given example. This is what reducing agent. Now, as I already taught you the example, zinc oxide plus copper, if we'll start heating, then what is the products we are going to get, guys? Zn plus carbon monoxide. Yes or no? Please respond. Everybody. Now you tell me, what is reduction here? Everyone, what is reduction here? What is the reduction here? Reduction reaction. You just-
Zinc oxide.
Zinc
Yes,
oxide
please.
to zinc.
Yes?
Zinc oxide to zinc.
Zinc oxide. So you can take, it will take substance reduced. What is the first? Let me take first. Substance oxidized. What is the substance oxidized? Substance oxidized. Can you tell me? Oxidized means oxidation. Which is oxidation?
Carbon.
Carbon is going to turn into carbon monoxide. So oxidation. So now substance oxidized. So you should say not carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is not going to get oxidized. Who is going to get oxidized? Carbon going to
Carbon.
same way. Substance reduced. Can you tell me? Substance reduced. Anybody?
Zinc
Zinc
oxide.
oxide.
Zinc oxide. Understand? Zinc is not going to reduce Sai. Zinc oxide is going to reduce. Do you understand, Sai? What I am saying? Understand? So this is what we used to call as reduction. Understand? So zinc oxide is going to reduce. So substance reduced is zinc oxide is reducing into zinc. So that is why this is called as reduction. Now, same way, tell me, what is oxidizing agent here? Oxidizing agent.
Zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide.
Oxidizing agent is zinc oxide. Understand? And same way, who is the reducing agent?
Carbon.
Reducing agent.
Carbon.
Understand? So that is what. So these all the four things you should know. So now once again, Durga, observe very carefully. Reducing agent means either it needs to supply the hydrogen or need to gain the oxygen. That is what we used to call as reducing agent. That is what you can see here. Either by taking the oxygen or by giving hydrogen, we used to call it as reducing agent. Now, if we take carbon, why we used to call it as reducing agent here, guys? Anybody can explain? Why we used to call it as reducing agent? It is not giving hydrogen, but what it is taking? What it is
Sir, because it is
Removal
taking
of
oxygen from
Understand?
zinc oxide.
Yes, it is taking oxygen. So that is why we used to call it as it is reducing agent. Why it is called as oxidizing agent? It is not taking hydrogen, but what is going to happening? It is not going to be taking oxygen. What is happening? It is giving oxygen. So that is why this we used to call it as, what we used to call, guys? Giving oxygen. That is why it is called as oxidizing agent. Are you clear, everybody? Please respond. Yes. So that is what you have to understand. So this is what for every reaction you must know which is oxidized, which is reduced. Same way, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So these are the four things you should know. Now, if we take our textbook NCERT book, the first example of this oxidation and reduction reaction is, as I said, the copper oxide. Formation of copper, decomposition of copper oxide reacting with the hydrogen. So then what it is going to form? Let us discuss. Shall we discuss, guys? Can I say that? So now, Right? This is what oxidation and reduction reaction. So if you have any doubt, anybody can ask me, or else. So let us go with the examples so that you people can understand more even clearly. So now, first of all, you have to understand that. So first, if you want to understand the oxidation and reduction reaction, so now let us take some kind of copper as that. If you notice, if you have a textbook, page number 12, you just check it. So that is activity 1.1. Activity 1.1, if you check it. So, sorry, 1.11. So then you can understand reducing agent definition. Okay. So activity 1.1, you can check it. First, we are going to get copper oxide. So this is the definition of reducing agent. Please write it. So you start studying. Yes, please. Everybody.
Sir.
Means you tell me. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Now, you observe very carefully. Now, activity 1.1, what they are saying means they are taking some kind of copper in the some like a China dish. Now they are providing their heating on the some Bunsen burner. So they are heating with the help of Bunsen burner. So heating with the help of Bunsen burner means it is reacting with oxygen which is present in the atmosphere. Like magnesium, what we are heating in the starting. Have you remembered? Magnesium will react with the oxygen. What will form? If you are heating, starting first reaction of this chapter, magnesium is burning in the form of with the help of oxygen. Magnesium oxide. Same way, I am taking here in China dish copper powder. Copper powder. What is the color of copper powder? Mukesh Karthik, Tamil Selvan. What is the color of copper powder? Reddish brown.
Reddish brown.
No. So that is what it is. So the reddish brown, if you take now, if you take this copper and if you start heating, then it will react with oxygen. And what is the products will form, guys? Anybody can tell me?
Copper oxide.
Copper oxide.
Oxide will come. Do you understanding? That is what 2Cu plus O2 will give you 2Cu. So now this copper oxide is, if you keep on heating, then this material will turns into black color. So the black coating on the surface, understanding? So the black coating, it will turns into black coating. So that is only ways to called as copper oxide, or we can say copper 2 oxide, or we can say cupric oxide. What is to call, guys? Copper 2 oxide, or we can say cupric oxide. All are same. So what is the color of this one? Copper oxide. Please respond. Black in color. What is
Black
that?
precipitate.
Black precipitate. Precipitate not, it will be like a solid. That's all. So copper, it is the black precipitate. So like it related very good. It is black substance it will form. So now when this copper oxide, again it will heated with the hydrogen. Again it will heated with the what? Hydrogen. Understand? But actually this is again reversible reaction. Again if you are starting heating the copper oxide, again what will come, guys? Copper oxide, if you are heating, again will get back what? The black coating will go out. So again we used to get copper plus oxygen. So it is reversible or irreversible reaction? It is the
Reversible.
reversible reaction.
Reversible.
Reversible reaction, because again if you start heating the copper oxide, then again what is happening? Then if you notice it, so copper oxide, the black coating on the copper surface turns into brown, so that it is reverse reaction takes place. But if you want to get here a copper oxide, understand, copper oxide to copper back, then we are not supposed to directly decompose if the reaction is not carried out. When hydrogen gas is passed, understanding? So copper oxide, if it is hydrogen gas is passed, then what is happening? Reaction is taking place. Then it will start heating hydrogen gas along with the heating. Then the products will come. What is the products will come? Anybody tell me? Now the black coating of copper oxide will be removed. So that again, what we will get, guys?
Copper
A
and water.
brown color copper will come. Plus, we used to get what? Water will form.
That's it.
That is what it will be happening. So that is why we can say again by passing the hydrogen gas, we'll get the copper back. Is it yes or no? We'll get the copper back. So that is why we can say even like it is a reversible reaction. So if you'll notice it here, if a substance gains oxygen during this reaction, then it is said to be as what? Oxygen it is gained. Oxygen it is gained. So that what we used to call, guys? It is called as oxidation reaction. Understanding? Same way you can see, if a substance loses oxygen, then what we used to call?
Reaction.
What we used to call? Reduction we used to say. So now let us observe in this reaction where the oxygen is taking place, where the reduction is taking place. Observe very carefully so that we can understand this reaction very clearly. So now what is the reaction? Everybody tell me second reaction. Tell me what is the second reaction? Copper oxide reacting with the hydrogen. So if we'll start heating, what is the products will come? What is the products, guys? You have to tell me. What is the product?
Copper plus water.
Copper plus water it is coming. Now, you can see copper oxide is turns into copper. So what is happening? Addition of oxygen or removal of oxygen?
Removal of oxygen.
Removal of
Removal
oxygen.
of oxygen.
Removal of oxygen. What we used to call? Removal of
Reduction reaction.
removal of oxygen. Everybody. Removal of oxygen. We used to call it as reduction reaction. Very good. Hydrogen is going to gain oxygen. So what is this called as? Pradosh?
Oxidation.
Addition of oxygen. How I am writing the same way. Writing. Addition of oxygen. What we used to call, guys?
Oxidation.
Oxidation. Very good. Understand? Same way. Very good. Next. Who is the oxidizing agent? So substance now, write it. Substance
Copper
oxide.
oxide.
Wait.
Copper oxide.
Oxidized. Substance oxidized. Who is oxidized? Substance oxidized. Oxidized.
H2O. Hydrogen.
Substance reduced. Substance reduced.
Copper oxide.
Copper oxide.
Copper oxide. Girls also try to answer. If you'll answer only, you can understand. Very, very important reactions. Next, oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent.
Copper oxide.
Copper oxide.
Oxidizing
Copper
agent.
oxide.
Copper oxide. Reducing agent.
Hydrogen.
Reducing agent is hydrogen. Clear, everybody? Any doubt? That's all. Please. So now, copper oxide. Why it is called as copper oxide is oxidizing agent? Yes, Laksha. I'm not hearing your voice much, but it's okay.
Because it is supplying oxygen.
Sir, copper oxide provides oxygen to hydrogen.
It is supplying oxygen. That is why it is called as oxidizing agent. Why hydrogen is called as reducing agent? Adarshan, Princy.
Is getting
Sir, because it is
supplying hydrogen. It is supplying hydrogen. That is why it is called as, what was to call? Reducing agent. Do you understand it? That is what. So if you take any equation, so now here both addition of oxygen, removal of oxygen is taking place. So now this reaction I can call it as redox reaction. Can I call it or not? Yes or no? So both are taking place. We can call it as a redox reaction. Maunesh, have you understand, Maunesh? Yes? Please respond. Now, in our textbook, page number 12, they have given zinc oxide plus carbon. That already I taught you. What is oxidizing, what is reducing agent, etc., etc. Now, in our textbook, page number 12, they have given one more reaction. Observe very carefully, page number 12, 1.32 reaction. So that reaction I will say, if you have textbook, you can see that is MnO2. MnO2, what we used to call, guys? Manganese dioxide. What is that? Manganese dioxide. Reaction. Manganese dioxide. Manganese dioxide reacting with hydrochloric acid. What is hydrochloric acid formula? HCl.
HCl.
Will get
HCl.
will get MnCl2 plus Cl plus
H2O.
2H2O. So this is the reaction. Now, sir, here three products are there, sir. Sir, how to do, sir? This is what the confusion will come for you people. Is it yes, guys? Yes or no? Please.
Yes, sir.
Now, so discuss very clearly. So now let it be. You no need to worry about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Let it be even 100 will come. Doesn't matter for us. So always we'll follow only our procedure. That is what? Oxidizing agent, reducing agent. That's all. Oxidation and reduction. Now, observe first. Manganese dioxide, it turns into whom, guys? It turns into whom? Manganese
Chloride.
Manganese chloride.
Manganese chloride. Now, here what is happening? You tell me. Manganese chloride, it is taking place. So now, what is happening, guys, here? Yeah, Monish,
Reaction.
can you tell me? What is taking place, Monish?